Thank you for being on here tonight. Roger Paschal, Real Impact Training. We have an exciting night tonight. We have just a phenomenal week coming up this week with lots of information out there. We're really going to work hard on getting you all some wonderful information out there. I wanted to start this out with a couple of notes here that I wrote that were interesting to me. Is about fear. I don't know how many of y'all have on here tonight have ever read Tony Robbins or listened to Tony Robbins or been at a Tony Robbins event, but I started thinking about fear today. Tony Robbins' whole area about teaching is based upon pain and pleasure. And the same thing about fear. He brings that up a little bit. And the deal is we're all conditioned to believe that fear is bad. Fear is not bad all the time. So there's times that fear can save your life, can keep you safe, can make things better for you, or just basically keep you from doing something stupid. So that's kind of where fear is at. But also, fear is good. So we must remember when we avoid fear, sometimes it keeps us from doing some of the things that we need to do. Okay, so fear can hold us back. Fear can keep us from advancing, can keep us from doing something great. It can keep us from growth. So we really need to look at what kind of fear we have and how we work around that fear to help us to advance to the next level of our life, to our next level of financial, to our next level of relationships, our next level of parenting. So the list goes on and on. So the sometimes when we have fear, we just let it take over and we don't let it, or should I say, we let it keep us from doing the things that we need to do. Okay. So if you read about the extreme leaders that are out there, the leaders that we have out there, we had we're in an interesting age today. We had some amateurs go back up into space this last week. William Shatner, that was a big news of the week. 90 or 91 years old, oldest person to go into space. Kind of wonder if the left blinker was on the whole way there and back. But but we want to use fear to our advantage, and we want to use fear to take us to the next level. I have always worked in areas to make myself uncomfortable to get through that. I took improv lessons so I could be not as fearful on a stage setting. And it's taken me to some acting gigs and some dinner theater gigs and some stage acting, movies and some TV shows. So I did that to get past my fear of being live in front of people, which helps me on situations like tonight. So you want to use fear to your advantage. You wanted to use it to grow and to get to your next level. And I'm not saying that's the fear of jumping out of a plane without a parachute. Now, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the fear of the things that you might be uncomfortable with, maybe talking to somebody about buying their property, the fear of making that phone call, that fear of the negotiations out there, of letting somebody else control that negotiation. So we really want to make sure that all of us are making it past that fear syndrome that we have. And that's what we do here at Real Impact. We have local trainers that have all worked through all those areas of fear and making sure that that we are at we are there with you, and we are there working with every mentee that we have, making sure that we're listening on a local level. We know the local playing field. We know who's out there. We know who the local lenders are. We know who the local electrician, the local plumber, the local title companies, the local private money people, the local other investors that are out there. If you're doing something to work with other investors like wholesaling or something on that basis. So we work with you to get rid of that fear. We have a event coming up on November the 13th. And this event is a all-day intensive training on Subject 2. And Subject 2 is essentially acquiring property without having to go out and getting a loan. And I have a lot of people that will come to me and they will say, why would somebody walk away from their equity? They do it every single day. It can be an individual. It can be a married couple. It can be a limited liability company. It can be a corporation. It could be a business decision. If an investor is needing to get a particular property out from under them so they can go forward with the next property. And they might make big time dollars on that next property they do, that next deal they do. But they have to have this deal out of the way. They got to get it gone to make that work. So November the 13th, Fort Worth, Texas. If you go to any of our impact sites, any of our impact Facebook pages, Facebook groups, MeetUp.com, you can register there. And on a local level, but we're going to be in Fort Worth. It's all day Saturday. Early discount, price of the door is $3.99. So if you register early, it's $2.99. We start at 9 in the morning when we go forward till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And this Subject 2 training is going to walk you through every aspect of Subject 2. It's going to walk you through how to find a buyer. It's going to walk you through the ethics of how we do this ethically. It's going to walk you through how to make the deal work, how to understand what kind of repairs that might need to be done on the properties, how to do the paperwork. We go intensively into the documentation on this. And the documentation is such in a way that we make it so when you take it to your title company, you take it to your real estate attorney, they're going to understand that paperwork. It's going to be paperwork they're familiar with. It's not going to be something that they've never seen before and they're not comfortable with. So they're going to be comfortable with this. And we use it to protect you as the investor. And we also use it to protect the seller to make sure that they're in a very comfortable position. So November the 13th, $2.99, bring a friend for $100, one friend. So $2.99 for the first, $100 for the second. If you have more than that, it starts over again, $2.99 to $100. Go through that every year. But Friday night, the Friday night before the 13th, the Friday night the 12th, we are going to be having dinner. And it's you pay for your own dinner, but we're going to be having dinner and we're going to just network. We're going to build those relationships with everybody involved, all of our trainers, all of our, a lot of our mentees, a lot of our students that are out there that are just doing incredible business. It gives you the opportunity to start networking and build relationships with everybody that we have out there. So November the 13th, you can register on, like I said, any of our Facebook pages or any of our MeetUp pages. Just go to MeetUp.com. If you're in Wichita Falls, MeetUp.com, Impact Wichita Falls. If you're in the Decatur Alliance area, MeetUp.com, Decatur Alliance, Longview, Tyler, Arlington, Grapevine, Waco, any of those areas that we have, the H.E.B area, Hershulus, Bedford, Denton, Frisco, DeSoto, any of those areas you're going to find that link on there to get registered and get on there. We are probably going to sell out on this event. This is the first one we're doing that's not really in the middle of COVID. So in a while, we've done them before COVID, and we always sold out. So and if you don't pay and you come to the door and we do have an opening in there, it's going to cost you $100 more, and it's going to cost your friend $50 more. So we look forward to having you on November the 13th. All of our locations, I'm going to be speaking within a week or two of those areas of the 13th. That week we'll be speaking at a lot of locations and giving you the 1 hour. Here's what we do. And then we want you at that event. The people that have been to those classes have just done incredibly well. They have it down, they understand, and they're comfortable. And they're comfortable with talking to people about how to walk away from their mortgage, how to walk away from their issues, their problems. As Dennis Henson always says, we are all problem solvers. So we want to make sure that everybody that comes to that walks out of there being a problem solver and walks out of there putting things under contract. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully we'll be seeing you there. I really expect that to sell out. Like I said, we'll be subject to on there and making that happen. So with that, we're going to open this up. We're going to ask Mr. Tim Lockhart, which is our IMT in Wichita Falls, one of the best trainers that I have seen, always doing lots of deals, helping lots of people. We were down in Cancun a few weeks ago, and some of the people down there are like, I didn't know this Tim guy until I got down here. Oh my gosh, this guy is just, he's got the knowledge. I mean, this guy really knows what he's doing. So Tim, talk to us. Talk to us today about what's happening in our world.
All right, Roger. Thank you for that introduction. I hope I can live up to half of that.
Oh, absolutely.
But we've been working on a private money lending program where we broker private money, and there's a real issue out there. There's a lot of people who are starving to get yield, and a lot of people that are really concerned about having their money in the market right now. Just a couple of things. Currently, our government debt exceeds our gross domestic product. It's currently at 107% of our gross domestic product. That means if Congress didn't spend any money at all, which we know that's not going to happen, but if they didn't, they spent all the money that we brought in, paid our debt, we would still not be able to pay all of our debt off in a year. The highest it's ever been is 118%, and we're right now at 107%. So that's a pretty precarious situation there. Also, since COVID happened, the stock market, had that big correction when we shut down the economy, and then it's just gone straight up since then, and is far past where it was before the lockdown happened. And so a lot of experts are talking about that there needs to be some consolidation, and there's probably not going to be a lot of growth coming up. And then the other issue is inflation. Fixed rate investments and dividends from stocks are paying 3%, 2%. Some bank CDs or their high yield CDs are paying 0.8%. Inflation right now is running at 5.4%. And so the Fed has been manipulating the markets, keeping our fixed rate investments low. Mortgages, are still really low, and became a good hedge against inflation. But what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to help to provide increase to our communities by connecting individuals who are looking for a higher rate of return that is safe um, and secured and protected with recourse, with investors who are looking to find and fix up distressed properties, bring them back to productive use, provide quality housing for uh, families in the community, and increase the tax bases for the cities. And so that's really exciting that we're able to bring those people together and help to broker those deals because of the 5 skills that we teach. The first one is finding deals. The second one is finding the money. And so that's what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to um, help individuals get a higher rate of return that has that security of being collateralized against local homes and investors who are looking to find and fix up houses. And a good tool that we were just talking about last week is we have found an evaluation service that can give us a third-party valuation of the property, and it can be done in about 5 days versus a full-blown appraisal that can take 3, 4, or 5 weeks. And appraisals, I had a client pay $1,000 just recently for an appraisal, and so we found a source we can get a third-party valuation for about $300, and it takes about 5 days, and that really helps to give the lenders, our private money lenders, the security that they know that they're investing in something. And when they're told that they have, a certain percentage of equity of um, 65 or 70% loan to value, that they know that it's that the valuation is a good number, and so that's been really helpful lately.
Very good. Yeah, it's crazy time that we're having right now, and I think that that chart that you had up a while ago is just an example of kind of where the market is today, or where our life is today. Not the market, but our life. And so we have to look at we really have to look at where our money is going. And we've been told by the government for multiple years right now that we're not going through any inflation. But what's happening is it's hurting people in the pocketbook. They know they're going through this situation, and they know that they're not doing as well as they were a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago in some cases. So, um, but yeah, and then that second part of that what you were talking about is that evaluation services, and you shared with me some of the valuations that you have out there that you've gotten on some properties. And oh my gosh, this is stuff that we've needed to have forever in this business. That's one of the number one killer of deals is not getting good evaluations. And then we take too long to make that decision, and somebody else comes in and snaps it up right from under us. So, but yeah, that was like an eye-opening experience. And then that service that you have that you're offering with that is good anywhere. I mean, the issues that we've had, you're in Wichita Falls, and I do some work out in the Tyler area and along with
Right.
Dallas Fort Worth. And I know you do work in the Dallas Fort Worth area too. But with being out in some of these outlying areas, it's so hard to get a decent value to where we're comfortable with doing these deals.
Mhm.
And I'm telling everybody on this call right now that you need to reach out to Tim Lockhart and talk to him. He owns a company that has private money and has money available for deals. Really, really competitive, good terms on that, but really fast turnaround. And now this valuation service that you have, that's just a game changer. Because once again, with I've got a property right now that is one of my wife's listings. It's a essentially about $1 million house, and we had the owner before we listed go out and invest in a full blown appraisal, and I think it was like it's close to $1,000 that he had to pay for that appraisal on that house. That really doesn't do any good for the buyer using that towards the lender, but it gives him an idea of where he's at and what he's got going. So, so Tim, thank you so much for that. Tim's got a meeting coming up in the first Saturday in November.
Yeah,
So
it's
we'll
gonna
be
be
back in Wichita Falls the first Saturday in
Saturday.
November.
Right. It's gonna be you.
And yeah, it'll be me. It'll be me. We'll be talking once again. We'll be talking about subject twos. How cool is that? So,
Surprise.
but you'll get some good information there. Not only because of me, but because Tim is the mover and shaker out in Wichita Falls. So you need to reach out to him, and make this stuff happen. Make all this stuff happen. So Tim, anything else to close it out? We good? What we'll be spending some time together later this week.
Yeah, I'll be down in Arlington this week.
Yeah, we'll be working on some stuff later this week. So we're excited about that with Dennis. And so Tim, thank you so much for being on here tonight. And just let us know any new stuff that's coming up, because this stuff you've got is just that's great. And then everybody look out on this inflation thing, because people are going to panic, and you've got to be a problem solver. We all have to be problem solvers when we go in and talk to people. So reach out and make that happen. So Tim, thank you very much. Have a good evening. Tell Gabby hi for me.
All right. Thanks. You.
All right. And we have Pam on here. Pam, we got something coming up, really exciting, coming up on Tuesday.
Yes.
How are you?
Just fine. How are you?
I'm all right.
We are really excited. It is Tuesday.
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. I didn't do the proper introduction for Pam. Pam is the gal for Decatur, and she has the Decatur Alliance area. She works all through those counties, in the Denton County, Tarrant County, Wise County. I don't know whatever counties you're. I mean, you're just all over the place out there. She is very familiar with RV parks. She does some Airbnbs and some areas like that. But Pam is the expert for that whole area through there. And you've got a meeting coming up in the Alliance area on Tuesday night. Tell us about that.
Yes, we have a meeting coming up. It's going to be at the Big Shot Golf Center there. It's across from Texas Motor Speedway. They're right off of 114. I have to practice it, saying it, but we're going to be talking about your mindset, about, everybody wants to know how to get leads. That's the big topic it seems to be about right now. How do you get leads? How do you find the deals? Where are they? Blah, blah, blah. And it's all, they're all around us. They're around us every day, every hour, every second. You're just not listening. So we're going to really, and what got me into what got us talking about all this and everything, I have a student, and so she needed a place to live. And anyway, because it's going to be part of our story on Tuesday night, I walked her through a couple of things and everything. And I said, I go, look, you just created your first real estate deal just in 15 minutes. And she goes, it really is about your mindset. So we're going to talk about it, techniques, things that you need to be looking for, and that kind of stuff. And we're really excited. We've been doing advertising. We on Facebook and on MeetUp, but on Facebook, we have over 100 shares. We have over 600 views, and we've had comments. So we're expecting a big crowd. the place, they serve food, so you can come and eat before the meeting. Networking starts at 6:30 and the meeting starts at 7. So, and I'm actually going to be teaching it like an old school teacher. I used to teach, and coach. And so that's what we're going to do.
And that's Tuesday night, coming up in 2 days.
Yes.
In 2 days. And we already have somebody was made a comment in the comment section about they're driving in from the Longview area just to hear you speak. And he says he's got some RV park questions. So John, we'll work to get you some answers on that, because I think John and I kind of in a roundabout way talked about that a week or so ago, and he's got some interest in there on that RV park thing. And that's just not something you just go out and buy some land and decide you're going to put a stick in the ground and say, park your RV right here. That doesn't work.
It definitely does not work that way. And after the first of the year, I'm going to put together a whole program about RV parks. We're in the process of working on it, getting it all together. And because I get a lot of questions about it, and we're probably going to, make it part of our, package deals and everything. It's owning an RV park is fun and exciting. it's
there you go. Absolutely. So that's gonna be great there. So how to get your mind right and get your first deal, your next investment under contract.
Yes.
That's what we're going to be going over Tuesday night. So that's exciting. If you're anywhere, I mean, John's talking about driving in from Longview. That's a couple hours away, 2.5 hours away. So that's dedication.
And a little bit more about what Tim's talking about, inflation and stuff, because I'm real big into rehabbing. We have 3 of them going on right now, and we're sitting here worrying about. Painter had to drive to the east side of Dallas to pick up primer, and he goes, they don't have but 4 5-gallon buckets. I said, buy every single one of them. I don't care. Buy them, because our business is picking up since we started doing a real heavy marketing campaign and everything. So paint, I'm like, send somebody out there to the ocean to unload the ships to pay. I mean, it's unbelievable what supplies are. What 6 months ago we were worried about 2x4s and everything. There's other things, that's going on. So it's
always something.
Yes.
It's toilet paper, it's hand cleaner, it's whatever it may be. I mean, now you got paint. Appliances have been an issue for a while.
Yes.
So those are all some areas that we're running into. And we're having a supply chain problem. And part of that is what I understand is a trucking issue they're having in California.
Yes.
So a lot of the, I was in international business for years. And let me tell you something, if we had a port that had any problems with it, we would look at not using that port. We would, if it wasn't on that ship yet, we'd book another ship. We find another way to make it happen. It'd go through the Panama Canal and go to Houston, might go to Miami. Our preference was Long Beach, because that's the mecca of shipping from Asia. So you're right. It's crazy.
And I don't, my dad worked for the railroad. And so I still keep up with, what's going on in there and everything. And I've been noticing the railroads have not been as busy as they have been in the past. I mean, seriously, I have a cousin, and she has her property backs up to a railroad track. And she said, Pam, we used to have to turn, the TV up, during the Cowboy game. So she's like, the trains are not going through as often as they were. And I've heard that, and this is from the union aspect, that if, because of the COVID and everything, being forced to, taking the shot and all that, the union is threatening to go on strike. And if the railroad union goes on strike, we're in trouble. I mean, it's You know, who knows? But I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but I have. I've noticed the trains are not going up and down the tracks as often as they have been. So,
Well, that rail line going past Decatur there is absolutely probably one of the busiest rail lines in the
yes.
country.
Yeah.
And you just see these mega giant trains going through there that are just forever long, double stacked on the containers. And you're right. I didn't realize it. I drove to Wichita Falls yesterday. And normally I'll see, 6, 7, 8 trains on the way up
Mhm.
through Decatur and up there towards that area. And it just, it
It's
is
not.
not, it
Mm-mm.
was not busy yesterday. I really didn't even comprehend that. But
Yeah.
you're right. I don't remember seeing that many trains.
Yeah. So, it's something to think about. I mean, to be aware of. You want to talk about planning and having an exit strategy. Our exit strategies have really picked up, especially on our rehabs, on the ones that we have borrowed hard money on, because,
Mhm.
we can't have those standing and sitting, for a long period of time. So
Mhm.
it's there.
Very good. Well, I am looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday night, 6:30, Big
Mhm.
Shots, which is the big driving range, multi-story driving range over there by Texas Motor Speedway. So you're going to exit there. It's kind of behind Bucky's, kind of over to the
Yes.
side, kind of behind and
It's
beside
actually
Bucky's there.
it's behind Tanger Outlet Mall over there. So you can't I
There
say
you
you
go.
can't miss it, but you really can. I mean, if you're coming down 114, you see the sign. But yes, it's Big Shot Golf. I said it
Yeah, there you
correctly.
go. You got to say that 5 times fast. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, so I can get tongue tied pretty quick on that. So there you go. All right. Well, Pam, thank you so much for making that happen. And I'm going to go over real quick some of the stuff that we're having tonight. Now we've had many of our trainers that are here that are impact trainers. They're tied up. We got a couple of them that are traveling. We have a couple that are in working with Doug and Renee. Unfortunately, had a friend of theirs pass away, and I think a friend of a friend or something. So they can't be here tonight. So, but I'm going to talk about what we've got coming up. So tomorrow night, Longview, Texas, we are going to have a meeting there in the Big Red Barn, and that's fixing to jump on the screen here real quick. And it is Randy Draper. Randy Draper is the guy. I mean, this guy is the most motivated guy you'll probably ever meet, other than Dennis. Dennis is like the king of motivation. But Randy Draper at the Big Red Barn in Longview, Texas at 6:30 tomorrow night. We're excited that I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be a part of that. I'm excited to see him. I've seen hundreds of speakers, but I've never seen Randy. Randy, like I said, is just a incredible motivator. He will get your business rolling. So 6:30 tomorrow night at the Big Red Barn. And then Pam and I, we were just talking about her meeting on Tuesday night in the Alliance area. So we're excited to see the meeting coming up on Tuesday night. Monday night is going to be Longview. Tuesday night is going to be Decatur Alliance, right north of Fort Worth off of 35 over by the Texas Motor Speedway. Then Wednesday night, we're going to pop down to Waco, Texas. So that is going to be Tony Jardou and Tony and Cindy. New location at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites. And that's rolling on the bottom of your screen down there. It's south of Waco, on the south side of Waco, not south of Waco, on the south side of Waco. Lots of new stuff happening down there. Lots of places down there. Lots of new construction. But their deal are there any good deals in this market? So we're going to be down there. Starts at 6 p.m. for networking. If you have not seen Tony Jardou speak, I'm telling you, you're missing out. He is just an incredible speaker, motivator, knows his stuff. He's been doing this for many years, full time. This is what he does. And so we're going to be excited to see you down there in Waco on Wednesday night at the Holiday Inn South. So Legend Lake Parkway down in Waco, Texas. Then we're going to jump back up to Arlington, Texas on Thursday night. So we're excited to see the Burr method and the BRRR and the BLRR that's going to be taught by I went blank on his name. Is it down here anywhere? Do we have him on? Andrew Paschal. There we go. Thank you. I'm sorry, Andrew. I've known Andrew for many, many years. I just went blank on his name. So that's going to be starts at 6:30, Texas Golf Center. If you don't know where that's at, if you go to East Chase Parkway and I-30, you're going to go north on East Chase. You're going to take a right on Randall Mill, I believe it is, and you're going to take a right on the Creek Road, I believe it is what you take a right on. But pull it up on your GPS. It is a Texas Golf Center, 8940 Creek Run Road. So he's going to have Andrew Paschal talk about the BRRR method and the BL. I'm curious. I don't know personally what the BLRRR is. So it's buy and you rehab and you rent it and then you refinance. So that's the BRR. And did I leave something out there, Dennis? Nope. Do I need to add you? Oh yeah. Can you put Dennis on the stream? He'll help me out here. Dennis, throw me a rope.
Well, if they want to learn, they should come to the meeting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to the meeting.
Right.
Absolutely on Thursday night in Arlington, Texas. So that's going to be real interesting to see what Andrew has on that. Andrew is an investor. He's also a lender. Been in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for a long time and been doing investments for a long time. He's got incredible knowledge on this basis. So be there Thursday night. So thanks for throwing me a rope there, Dennis. So I need all the help I can get. So we have 4 great meetings coming up this week. Once again, the Alliance area or Longview area on Monday night, Alliance area on Tuesday night, Waco on Wednesday night, and Arlington on Thursday night. So we're having a busy week this week. We got lots of stuff happening. Look forward to seeing everybody there. And then we're going to ask right now if we can have Karen. Karen has been having a busy day today. She's been running. Did you get a little vitamin D today, Karen?
I got plenty of sunshine the last 2 days.
All right. So Karen Maxwell is our salesperson. She I don't want to say salesperson. She shares this with people looking to help others in this business. We look for entrepreneurs that are real estate investors that want to help others and they want to teach. And yep. Karen is great on that. So Karen, tell us what's going on.
Well, we had a really exciting week last week. I think we met with about 6 different investors 6 different entrepreneurs that are interested in joining us. So we're still kind of tweaking things on that and trying to figure out which locations they're going to be picking and when they're going to get started. But we're still looking for more. So if you want to change the quality of people's lives through real estate investing, make sure you get with us. And I also want to add that we have 11 locations right now. So if you don't know where a real impact meetup group is near you, feel free to reach out to any of us and we will steer you in the right direction as to where the nearest group would be for you. But hey, I've driven an hour and a half to see Dennis at his meetings several years ago. So, sometimes you just, John Lyle, I think they said was coming from Longview, driving to Waco, Arlington, or whichever. I'll do it. I'm going all the way to Waco to hear him talk about the Embankable next on Saturday, I believe it is, in Arlington. Yep, there it is. Thank you so much for putting that up for me. There's our locations. And let's see. I have to move it back so I can see it. Our current locations are there in white, our active locations, and then the locations that are coming soon are there in yellow, but that's not it. They have not given me any limits. So hey, if you're interested in having your own group and helping, like I said, helping change people's lives through real estate investing, even if you don't think that you know it all, we're going to provide everything that you need to become an impact master trainer.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. We're excited. So you've had a busy day with the kids?
Yes.
Grandkids?
We're actually sitting in the Six Flags parking lot right now. They already pooped out on me, so we're going home. But first I'm going to swing by an Airbnb that happens to be vacant today, and I'm thinking about buying it. So I'm fixing to stop by while it's vacant and I have time.
Very good. So you mentioned to me last week about you were thinking about taking the kids to Six Flags today, and I just made a comment. I'd probably rather have a root canal. So congratulations on making that happen.
Right there with you.
But, yeah, making memories. But you made memories.
We survived. We made memories, and they did great. So
I remember taking the kids to Disney World when they were teenagers. And this is back before cell phones. I picked up the payphone. I called my mother, and I apologized for ever being a teenager.
I will never go to Disney World ever. I will pay someone. I will let a relative take my children to Disney World. Or I will pay for them to go to Disney World. I will never go to Disney World.
There you go.
Not on my bucket list at all.
Well, Linda Jean and I love Disney World, but we don't take the kids and we don't take the grandkids. So that's why we love Disney World so much. So we actually have a good time. It wasn't such a good time taking the kids, and we made memories, but it was quite interesting. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
I'll be in the chair with you next to you with that root canal.
There you go. Did y'all have a good time though? Did the kids have a good time today?
Yes, they did.
All right. All right. Good deal. Did y'all have a good time? I see one in the back seat too. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't lose. No children were lost today.
There you go. Did you pick up any you didn't know?
No.
All right. Well, thank you, Karen. If y'all have any questions whatsoever, reach out to us. Karen will reach out to you. She'll explain to you what we've got. She's extremely knowledgeable in this business. You've been doing investing for many years, property management, Airbnbs, and some other things that are out there. So Karen is the lady you need to talk to. So there you go. Thank you, Karen. You have a great evening.
Thank you. You guys.
All right. Good deal. All right. So we have got everything on here tonight, and we don't have anything else, do we, CJ? No. Okay. Good deal. So CJ's our man behind the scenes back here, making all this stuff happen on the screen and all that good stuff happening, and trying to give me direction and tell me where to look and not be looking up around all the time. So there you go. So he has his challenges on helping me out there. We're going to close this out tonight with our founder, the president of the company, Mr. Dennis Henson. And Dennis, how are you doing tonight?
If I was anybody, that'd have to be two of me.
All right, absolutely. So Dennis, give you a quick introduction. Most of you probably know who Dennis is. Dennis and I have known each other for over 15 years. And Dennis, his method of training gets the best results I've ever seen in this industry. And I've been associated with people that have gone through pretty much every aspect of training in this industry. So all of our principles, all of our trainings, everything is based on the Dennis Henson system. So Dennis, that's my introduction to you. He's a great friend and a great mentor to me. So there you go. So here you go, Dennis. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Roger. Great call tonight. I don't have a lot to say. I'm very excited, as you are, about all the things that are coming up. The subject 2 training is going to be wonderful. If you haven't been to that, you should make a point to be there. You're going to learn an awful lot about not just subject 2, but creative financing, real estate investing, about different things that involve the subject to, like finding where to find the deals, how to find the deals, how to talk with the people, the scripts that you need, the forms that you need. All these things are very important. You know, if you just heard about subject two and you go out and you try to do it and you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to cause yourself a lot of problems that are avoidable by just seeking wisdom. I'm working on my book. I've been reading this week a lot about Walt Disney, and Disney's success followed exactly the 7 secrets of success. So one of the 7 secrets of success is forming great alliances. And forming great alliances means finding someone that already knows what you need done and getting their help. So one of my great alliances is working with Roger. Some of my other great alliances are the IMTs. The IMTs are doing such a wonderful job at setting up meetings and getting good subjects and bringing people together. Very excited about that. And then looking on down the road, we have another getaway coming up end of March, 1st of April. We'll be getting that information out shortly as soon as we have the dates nailed down. And a little bit closer, the 1st of March, mark your calendar, the first week in March, we got Pete Fortunato, who is the winner of the Jim Rohn Award. He's one of the greatest real estate teachers alive in America today. We've been so lucky over the years to have some of the most respected and high quality speakers in our groups. So we're going to have Pete Fortunato spend a week with us. He's going to be visiting all the different locations, all of our franchises and speaking. And then he's going to end it with a 2-day deal structuring seminar that I can't wait. I mean, he's the best teacher, the best real estate investing teacher that I've ever known. And we're so lucky that we're going to be able to have him here. So I'm most excited about that because that's really a big feather in our cap. So mark your calendar for the first week in March. Be sure that you're going to be in town and come to all of the meetings leading up and the 2 days on that weekend. So Roger, that's all I have. We've got lots of exciting things coming up this week. Oh yeah, look at that. What is that?
I tell you what, this is really a fun book to read, and you just hot off the press. So, but Dennis wrote this book, and it's the first of a series of books that he has coming out, and I was honored to be one of the first people to be able to read this book before it was in print form, and oh my gosh, this is probably one of the best breakdowns of real estate or a business, not only real estate, but a business. So tell us about the book.
Well, the Royal Flush of Real Estate Investing, it tells why real estate investing is by far the most powerful investment that you can make. You were talking earlier in this call about upcoming inflation. There's no better hedge against inflation than a real estate mortgage. And owning real estate is a great hedge against inflation because if you own well, let's just look at it like this. If you owned a $100,000 home in the Dallas-Fort Worth area 3 years ago, what's that worth today? What's it worth today? Well, and the inflation hasn't even really hit yet. I'll tell you what it's worth today. It's probably worth closer to $200,000. And what's it going to be worth in 2 or 3 or 5 years? Well, it's going to be worth an awful lot because if you know inflation's coming, put your money in real estate. That's one thing that's for sure going to hold its value better than gold, better than jewelry, better than the stock market for sure. So this book kind of just tells you the why. It's the first of a series. If you go through the series of books, then it takes you through how to get started, where to find the deals, the 5 skills that you need, how to find the money, time management, credit, building your business credit, building your personal credit. There's 12 books and they all kind of fit hand in hand. One takes you to the next, to the next, to the next. And I think you'll enjoy it. I really enjoyed writing the books, and I try my best to make it something that you treasure. So they're on Amazon, easy to find. And then another book you should read is A Subject To, the number 2, by my friend and business partner, Roger. Tell them about that book, Roger.
Well, this is just came in yesterday or Friday, I guess it was. We had them printed. We had some pre-advanced copies printed that we could take them down to Cancun with us a few weeks ago, and we had 62 of us down there. So we had some advanced copies that I had made, so we could get that done. But they're in now, and they're ready to go. So if you're interested in this, if you come to the November 13th event, you're going to get one of these for free. And we also have like a neat workbook that you're going to have in there to learn how to do real estate investing. Oh, that one has notes in it. So, but yeah, this book is available. Working on my website. Hope to have it up. This can be a busy week. My webmaster is waiting on a couple of things right now, but this is available. It will be available on Amazon. Should be up this week. Having that on Amazon. We're in the process of doing an audio book on this. You'll be honored that I'm not the one doing the audio book. We have a professional gentleman that's working on that and going to make that happen. It'll be available on Kindle. The list goes on and on. So look for it. It's soon to be on Amazon, soon to be on Barnes and Noble and all the other bookstores that are out there. But these are 2 books. If you're interested in getting started, there we go. If you're interested in getting started in real estate, you really need to be looking at building your education. And these are easy books. They're not 800 pages. They're not full of a bunch of fluff of, oh, I had this friend that did this, and then you got 40 pages about a friend on doing something but not how to do it. That's not what these books are. These books are getting right down to the nuts and bolts of real estate investing. And one, why you do the real estate investing, and the other one, subject to, is walking you through this series of doing subject to property, how to buy property with no credit and no money down. So we're excited. If you come to any of our events this week, I'll have those books available. We're discounting those out if you want to buy some, and they make great Christmas presents. So you can do that too. So, but Dennis, thank you so much for being on here tonight. We're excited. We're going to wrap up, and can we throw everybody on the screen just to say bye to everybody? Dennis, did you have anything else to throw out there?
No. I hope to see a lot of people at the meetings, and if you would like, come by the office. I'll give you a bunch of books to make sure that you have some when you're visiting the meetings this week.
Absolutely. I'll do that. I'll run by tomorrow because I'll be going to Longview tomorrow afternoon. I'll call you I'll call you or Jennifer. We'll get that set up at the office.
Sounds great.
So, all right. Good deal. Thank you, everybody, for being on here tonight. This has been a fun call. A lot of information out there, a lot of stuff happening. Pam and Tim, thank you so much for your wisdom and what you brought out here today. And Tim, you absolutely covered everything that I thought you would cover in my introduction. So thank you so much. Pam, going to see you Tuesday night. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a great meeting. Everybody get there. We're seeing lots of activities. Also, you want to get to these live meetings because you're going to find deals. This is where we find deals. This is when people show up and say, hey, you know what? I'm a wholesaler. I got a property for sale. Or in some cases, I'm an individual and I just want to dump my property. Anybody here want to buy a deal? Okay. I know that one of the meetings I did one time, I brought a deal up and Dennis was the first one to the table and he wound up buying a horse ranch, the same day. And he got a pretty incredible discount on that and did well for that. So that's where you build this business, is make the deals happen. Come to our meetings, reach out to any of us if you want to learn more about training and what we have for the training and how that training works, and lots of stuff happening. So we've got the Subject 2 coming up. We got Peach Fortunato coming up. We have the Getaway coming up. So we'll be seeing all of y'all everywhere there. So thank you so much. Y'all have a great day and learn something this week. Bye.